So what we've done in our next sort of round of research, we're looking at a number of things. One area we're looking at is the role of seed treatments, actually. So we often think of leaf disease management and foliar fungicides, but maybe we need to rethink the role of seed treatments. And seed treatments are often thought of as being a primary strategy for controlling seedling diseases and seed-borne diseases. But if you look at the nature of the fungicides, they all move with the water transpiration stream. So they're all moving with the water as it's absorbed by the seedling, and not so much into the root tissue, but actually up into the foliar tissue. So seed treatments potentially could provide us with better activity in terms of early season disease suppression. So we've got a trial looking at that question. With a seed treatment, we're using twice the recommended rate. It's proof of concept. And we're integrating that with either a flag leaf stage or a fusarium head blight timing. So perhaps with that seed treatment, we get early season suppression of disease, and we can delay our fungicide application until the anthesis stage. In that trial, we're also looking at the impact of plant growth regulator. And that stems from some previous work looking at swathing versus straight cutting and the impact that swathing might have on enhancing microbial load on the grain. So with the plant growth regulator, we're trying to limit lodging, which may actually limit the amount of microbial growth on the grain. So we're working with colleagues at the Canadian Grain Commission to assess the impact of plant growth regulator on those factors. We're integrating that in this particular trial again with that fusarium head blight timing. So we're looking at the impact of that head blight timing on things like microbial load, but also leaf disease management. One of the other trials that we have is looking at variety resistance. So the question is, if I have a variety that's resistant, do I really need to spray a fungicide? Chances are in that situation, if you've got a good disease package, spraying with a fungicide is not going to be economic. But in many cases, we don't have varieties with very high levels of resistance, and often we have varieties with good intermediate packages of resistance. So in that situation, we may be able to look at limiting the number of times we spray a fungicide. So we've got a trial looking at barley varieties with basically no resistance, so fully susceptible, sort of an intermediate or moderate level of resistance, and then varieties with a high level of resistance. And we're looking at the interaction of variety resistance with seed treatment, 2 times the recommended rate, again a proof of concept, and fungicide application at the flag leaf stage. So we're looking at maybe with that seed treatment, can we delay disease development enough, and that moderate level of resistance provide us with enough control that we actually don't need to go in with the foliar fungicide application. So that's one of the trials, and we're continuing to work also with the breeding program with Alberta Agriculture and Rural Development here in Lacombe in terms of resistant varieties of barley. So we're looking at scald resistance, net form net blotch resistance, spot form net blotch resistance, root rot resistance, and smut resistance. So we're looking at trying to come up with not only varieties with a resistance package for producers, but also a disease management package for producers that can limit the impact of disease, but also improve the bottom line in terms of limiting their production costs and enhancing yield and quality.